I'm not here to sugarcoat nothing. I grew up in Milwaukee, in the hood, where making it out was never promised. I've been through betrayal, pain, and times where I almost lost everything, including my life. But I'm still here. I'm still standing. This channel is about real stories, raw lessons, and surviving what most people don't even talk about. If you from the struggle or even want the truth, you in the right place. This is my story, and it's just getting started. What's up, YouTube? Yeah, I want to give y'all part 2 of how it got real dangerous for me when I was up in Milwaukee, man. Yeah, like I was saying, so I spent all day on 25th and Brown, and about 8, 9 o'clock I began to walk towards home, which I stayed on 39th. So a few blocks to walk, but you young, we walked. It was summertime, it was nice, you know what I'm saying? And, it was fun. And I did what I did, so I'm always walking and creeping through everything, so that's who I was. So I'm walking, through the hood, got my, and then when I get up there, like I said, my guy like, Red, boy, we thought that was you in the alley. I'm like, what you mean you thought that was me in the alley? So as I'm walking, I'm seeing the MLMs everywhere on the block, everywhere. Police, MLMs, I'm hearing people screaming and stuff like that. My baby, my baby, my baby. I'm like, what? That sound like that sound like my mama. That sound like my mama. And everybody, as I'm walking, it's beginning to dawn on me. Like, people looking at me, but they're not saying anything. They just looking like, as I'm walking, and I'm trying to walk to see what's going on, because you got the church. When I walked up, coming from Brown Street, when you walking up on Brown Street, you got to hit, say I'm going, I'll be going west. So you'll go west, and then you'll hit north, right? You'll turn north on 38. So as you going north on 38, like I said, you got the church right there, and then I'm seeing all the ambulance, I'm seeing people right there. So when I'm walking up, I'm there in the alley of the church. Now, mind you, in this alley, I don't know if it was something about that church, but a lot of us in the hood when we was younger, we really was like, I don't know, man, because a lot of unalive stuff happened behind that church, man. For real. But anyway, I'm walking up, and I'm hearing like my mom, so I'm really like trying to see what's going on. And then I'm looking over everybody, and I'm walking through there. As I'm looking, I'm hearing my mom. I'm also hearing a guy screaming, my mom screaming. I'm like, what's happening? And and my mom, I'm walking up, I look over, I see my mom holding somebody that's on the ground. I don't know who this person is. I'm just looking. I'm like, Mom, what's going on? Who is that? And my mom look up at me, man. I can never forget to look in my mama's eyes, man. I'll never forget that, man. Just thinking about it right now, to look in my mama's eyes when she looked up at me and seeing me alive, man, it was crazy. It's like, and the crazy part about that story, man, at that time, man, even my mama looking at me like that, even all of that stuff that was going on right there, it's like I enjoyed that, man. I didn't understand it then, but now, where I'm at in life and my age, and where my spirituality at, I understand it a little more, man. Like, I understand why I couldn't identify with them emotions then, because I was just learning. I was just growing up at, and I didn't really identify. I knew things was bad, but when you're watching TV, yeah, people say things don't indoctrinate you. I'm a big believer in when you're watching TV, when you see your favorite rapper, when you doing all of that. Yeah, I'm a big believer in that. Yeah, that definitely is a big influence, man. And not only that, the other people that's around you, that's got the money, that's doing this, that all of that's a big influence when you walking through the hood. So that there we seen every day. So that there really did affect me in a way that right now, if something like that was to happen, how I would look at that. If that happened to my son or that happened to, my wife and we thought something, or if that happened to me and I thought my kids was out there, man, I would be I'd be devastated. And that's the look in my mama's eyes that I recognize now. Anyway, so yeah, she looked, baby, ooh, ooh. So it was like a happy moment. I'm like, what's mom? She's like, I thought that was you. I thought that was you. And when she's trying to grab me, my mom got blood splatters all over her shirt and on her hands, and she grabbed me, and I'm kind of going back, but like, yeah, man, no, that ain't me. What you mean? But then I'm hearing this guy at the same time. I'm hearing this guy just screaming too. He's screaming. And I'm like, no, that ain't me. And my mom like, who is it? Now we can't get through. My mom ran out because I'm calling her name because I heard her say, I'm hearing her yelling, crying, baby, baby. I'm like, Mom, who is that? And that's when she looked up at me and did all of that and ran to me, and all of that happened. And come to find out, man, may rest in heaven, man. That was, a good friend of mine. We grew up together like everything else. These was everybody that was in the neighborhood, man. You know what I'm saying? And he was one of the people that was real close with us. He was part of the thing, a real member, man. So at that point, but yeah. So come to find out, it was my homie's little brother, man, and he going crazy, crazy. He's screaming. So like about a week go past. We go to homie Passover and everything and funeral, and I'm talking to the brother. You know, I'm gonna call him C, another C, but I'm talking to C, and C like, man, yeah, man, he yelled out MC, and you know what I'm saying, and he seen my hat turn to the right, but at the same token, he was like, read this and read that, and then before anything, he got the shooting, and you know what I'm saying, and he ended up hitting my brother in the face a few times, and the stomach, but he hit him in the face about 4 or 5 times, I believe. And he was across the street, so he obviously had some aim, man. So it was like, but it was over. He thinking that this dude was coming at me, thinking that dude that was walking with C was me. You know what I'm saying? So that's why he came like that. You know what I'm saying? So, and so after that happened, man, so now we figure out, you know what I'm saying, who it is. We figure out who did it. Actually, it was Nat girl's brother. And for those that don't know who Nat is, y'all probably got to go back to the stories beforehand, man. But it's actually Nat girl's brother, man, that did it. So he know where to be seen. He know where to be seen. And I was telling y'all about about that in the other story, but he nowhere to be seen again. You know what I'm saying? So, mind you, he nowhere to be seen. Now, we sitting on the block, just like, we been looking for him, man, for like 2 weeks, man. 2 weeks. Coming at his sister, everything, man. We looking for him for like 2 weeks for this, man. And we sitting on the block, man, and his people end up the police end up coming to his mom's house, raiding his mom's house, and as I'm sitting on my porch, he come walking out the house. I'm like, what? I jump up. What? How this nigga in the house? But you can't do nothing. Police right there, man. You know what I'm saying? But basically, yeah, that was just the second half, man. And basically what I wanted to just say, man, is that, man, the lesson I learned from this, man, now in my life, is that trying to be that big old bad guy, that big tough guy, to try to be the person that people look at as the biggest dude in the hood is not worth a penny, man. People will turn against you. You got so many people looking for you. And, you know, it don't be worth it to end the story. I mean, just to end it all, what had to happen with me, because of all of this stuff that's going on, my mom sent me to Minnesota. And I'm going to tell you what happened in Minnesota. The same thing, man. Same thing. You know. But a lesson to be learned, man, is that, you know, these people be wanting to put us up under the jail, man. You know, they don't care about us, man. And sometimes it's not them not caring about us, it's not us caring about ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We got to show love for ourselves. We got to love ourselves first. And some of you young men out there, I understand that you're going through a lot, brother. You're going through an eternity. Mom's probably on drugs. You probably ain't got nowhere to sleep. Nothing like that, man. But, you know, you're not in that predicament. You're not in a corner like you think you is, brother. You know what I'm saying? I know sometimes it seems hard. It seems like we can't do it, man. But all we got to do is put our mind to doing whatever we doing. Even when we run in them streets, we do that. So we put our mind to doing something that's legitimate out here that can help others instead of try to harm each other. Then you going to see that success, man. Dude, I got to tell y'all, man, growing up in Milwaukee, and I'm going to end this with this, and I got more stories. The next story I'm coming out with is me being locked up with Jeffrey Dahmer when he got unalive. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all like to hear that jail stuff, so I got some jail stories too. I'm going to tell you about me being locked up with Jeffrey Dahmer before he was unalive. But to be real, man, it's a lot better things that brothers can be out here doing. And I'm not saying that people ain't hungry, people ain't this, but when people say that to me, man, right now, knowing that I know what I know now, that's not an excuse. It's not an excuse. If you say that you got good lyrics, you go ask people. It's ways to get out here to get money. It's too many hustles out here, man. People are too prideful. Pride get in the way of your success. That's why we out here unaliving each other, because of our pride. Put the pride to the side, man, and then we could take it to another level. But yeah, that's the story, man. And thinking about it right now, you know, my mom is no longer here, man. And thinking about everything that I took my mom's through, man, when I'm growing up, man, and even to almost until she died, I changed. And before her before she passed on. But even that, man, you know, I think about all of that, man. That stuff wasn't cool what I did back then. I'm going to tell y'all the stories, man, as much as I can safely tell y'all. But other than that, man, that stuff wasn't cool. And I just want to get that message across to everybody, man. Love, man. Please subscribe, man, to hear more stories, especially the next story coming out. Stay tuned. When I was locked up with Jeffrey Dahmer.